morning. Welcome to This is Exclusive, and we begin today, viewers, with a story on NEET yet again. It's the Supreme Court that's going to be looking at the results. It's the Supreme Court that has today marked the admission that came that yes, there has been leaks in two cities, in Patna and in other cities. And the bigger question, what's going to happen to the future of 23 lakh students, out of which 1,08,000 had been chosen to be having passed this exam? As students continue crying in the lawns of the Supreme Court today and they demand justice, and the Supreme Court has now given out directions. First up, a look at our top headlines and our top story, and focus on NEET. The Supreme Court directs NTA to declare results of NEET UG 2024 by 12 p.m. noon on Saturday. CBI arrests 4 MBBS students of AIIMS Patna in connection with NEET UG paper leak case. 6-hour-long operation results in 12 Maoists being neutralized, several automatic weapons recovered. After Srinagar and Darbhanga, Palestinian flags raised in Bengal's Murshidabad. And US President Biden tests positive for COVID-19 while traveling in Vegas. Biden to self-isolate in Delaware residence. Viewers, the Supreme Court directed the National Testing Agency that the results should be declared city-wise and centre-wise, masking the identity of the candidates to protect them. The results are mandated to be released by 12 noon on 20th of July. The NEET UG paper leak case has now been listed for a next hearing on Monday. The hearing on petitions that are seeking to cancel the NEET UG 2024 test held on May 5th over alleged paper leak and malpractices comes amid country-wide furor by students who are considered to be the most impacted because of the alleged irregularities on 24 lakh medical aspirants of the country.
The future of nearly 24 lakh medical aspirants in the country continues to be vague. The Supreme Court on Thursday heard petitions seeking to cancel the NEET UG 2024 test held on the 5th of May over alleged paper leak and malpractices.
Is actually a mass manipulation, whether there has been a mass leak, and there have been several evidences that are coming out. There are arguments in which this has been very specifically mentioned that in Bihar, in Delhi, in Jaipur, in Godhra, all these places there has been a nexus that has been working regarding the paper leak that has been happening. NTA putting its stand very clean, very clear that there has been no systemic failure. But on the other hand, the petitioners, the lawyer, who is appearing for the petitioners, he is also arguing quite strictly that there are multiple evidences that the paper leak has happened in mass scale.
The hearing comes after the centre and the NTA previously opposed the demand for a retest by saying that the malpractices are localized. The authorities vouched that alleged irregularities have not affected the sanctity of the entire exam. However, medical aspirants do not hold a similar opinion.
क्या मांग है सुप्रीम कोर्ट से? रीनीट तो आप कह रहे हैं, पर सुप्रीम कोर्ट अभी भी पूछ रहा है कि मास मैल प्रैक्टिसेस हुई थी, उसके एविडेंसेस मांग रहा है.
देखिए मैम, मैल प्रैक्टिसेस तो हुई हैं. एनटीए कहता है जो रजिस्ट्रेशन विंडो ओपन हुई थी 9-10 तारीख को, उस तारीख को उसने एनटीए ने कहा कि 15,000 स्टूडेंट्स ने रजिस्टर्ड किया, बट एक्चुअल डाटा है 24,246 बच्चे. तो एनटीए ने रॉन्ग डाटा दिया है. उस चीज़ को हम वेरीफाई कराने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. अगर वो ठीक होता तो एनटीए रॉन्ग प्रूव है ऑलरेडी, और एनटीए ने 15,000 का, ये हमें भी पता रॉन्ग प्रूव है. और हम उम्मीद करते हैं कि जो एनटीए है ना, वो इतना झूठ ना बोले कि 24 लाख बच्चों के फ्यूचर के साथ खिलवाड़ हो. हम उम्मीद करते हैं गवर्नमेंट से भी और सीजीआई सर से भी कि हमारे साथ जस्टिस हो, और इसी चीज़ पर हम उम्मीद लगाए बैठे हैं सारे स्टूडेंट यहाँ.
Amid the furor, the top court pulled up the testing agency on Thursday. The NTA has been directed to release state-wise and city-wise results on its website. In a respite for the medical aspirants, the top court has ordered the NTA to mask the identity of the students.
आपसे पूछूंगी अभी जो चल रहा है एनटीए कह रहा है कि सिस्टमिक फेलियर नहीं है, क्या कहेंगे आप?
तो एनटी की इतनी सारी गलतियां क्यों सामने आ रही हैं? ग्रेस मार्क देना पड़ रहा है, सब कुछ करना पड़ रहा है, फेलियर तो कहीं ना कहीं है। अगर फेलियर नहीं था तो फिर टाइम लॉस हो कैसे गया? अगर फेलियर नहीं है तो झज्जर में दूसरा सेट कैसे पहुंच गया?
The NTA has been asked to release the detailed results by Saturday noon. The court also said that the retest would be the extreme last resort. The top court has listed the matter for hearing on the 22nd of July as the future of lakhs of medical aspirants continues to be in the grey.
Viewers, I'm now joined by NEET UG aspirants. I have Mayank Kumar, who's joining me, and Anurag Mishra, NEET UG aspirant, who's joining me. I go across to Anurag today. Anurag, I really want to ask you the first question here. The several arguments have been made by the NTA in the Supreme Court today, but the Supreme Court has clearly stated that we want certain details of what's been happening. It's a very detailed hearing in the Supreme Court where they directed them. Results have to be declared city-wise and center-wise, but masking the identity of the candidates. One of the questions that has been asked to the NDA is, how many fresh candidates for government colleges were there? How did NDA allow 15,000 new registrations? If you heard the Supreme Court hearing, are you hopeful now that possibly this NEET mess that has been created by NTA could come to some sort of a conclusion?
So I was there in the court and hearing all the petitions and all those arguments going on. So I noticed the arguments made by NTA and Solicitor General. They were like in continuous denial mode that there has, the paper leak has not been proven. The point that was put forth by the Solicitor General was that paper leak wasn't happened, there is a breach. And the time was around 8:30 that they stated. But there is like a lot of doubt. If I want to draw your attention towards that report that was put forth by Economic Offence Unit Bihar. See, Economic Offence Unit Bihar directly states that the custody chain of custody has been destroyed. I mean, the paper was made available to the students one night before. So how can Solicitor General or NTA state statements like that the leak hasn't happened?
Anurag, personally speaking, how has this impacted you? What were your marks? What were you hoping for? What was your center?
Madam, I scored 655 marks out of 720 and my rank is 25,039. See, when when I came to home from the examination day and I calculated marks, I calculated 655 marks and I told my parents. They were very happy. But on the result day when I saw my rank, this was literally very, very, very disgusting for me when I saw my rank to be 25,039. Now I am in that situation that I will not get a college that I deserve.
Okay. Okay, so this is the pathos that is coming from students who were there. Mayank, I also want to get a word in from you. We saw the Supreme Court very clearly asking very pointed questions, Mayank, to the NTA today, and they'll have to answer. Any center change after fresh registration was asked. Any region-wise data of student change centers was asked to by the Supreme Court. Any data for students changing centers? How many grace mark students were toppers? A very crucial question that was asked. And first, show us how the leak is systematic. Mayank, first tell us about your personal struggle here. Were you in the court? Are you happy with the progress that the court hearing is making? And is this making sense to the lakhs and lakhs of NEET students and aspirants?
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Mayank, go ahead.
Yes, my name is Mayank and I'm a NEET aspirant. I have scored 670 marks and my rank is approximately 14,000 plus, approximately. And I heard the trial today. And I think the data that Supreme Court asked for NTA to provide will bring some clarity to the situation, but it is not going to follow everything. The depth of this scam is, I think, it cannot be solved just by the data that Supreme Court is asking for. And then my struggle is so that it's मतलब क्या बोलूँ कि जितने भी स्टूडेंट्स हैं अभी 24 लाख उन सबका स्ट्रगल है और ये ऐसे डेट बढ़ाते जा रहे हैं इससे भी काफी लोगों को टेंशन हो रहा है कि अब कब तक हमारा क्या होगा काउंसलिंग भी स्टार्ट होने वाली है तो काउंसलिंग पे फोकस करें कि अब री एग्जाम देखें तो अभी काफी ज्यादा इसकी भी टेंशन हो रही है और जैसे कि इन्होंने भी बताया कि जब 650 वाले मार्क्स के स्टूडेंट्स और 660 वाले मार्क्स के स्टूडेंट्स हैं उनको भी काफी दिक्कत हो रही थी. Like they were expecting a good medical college, top medical college, but now they are not getting any college, any good college.
I also want to bring to our viewers the details that are coming in and the Supreme Court having said and an admission being made there was wrongdoing that was there. And I want to go across to breaking news on the story. The CBI has arrested 4 MBBS students of AIIMS Patna in connection with NEET UG paper leak case. This is the latest information coming in as the Supreme Court is going into understanding what sort of misdoings were there. The CBI has arrested 4 more MBBS students of AIIMS Patna in connection with the NEET UG paper leak case. Viewers, remember the Supreme Court also today said it seems that there was wrongdoing in Patna and Hazaribagh. They've said there was wrongdoing, however it seems limited. We're seeing pictures of in the Supreme Court lawns also today that happened and now protests that broke out in several parts earlier. The NEET storm now in the top court that will hear the case now again on Monday. The Supreme Court today directs the NTA to publish the marks obtained by students in the NEET UG 24 exam while ensuring the identity is masked. But the big breaking news, the investigation continues in the leak of the NEET papers. CBI arrests 4 more MBBS students in Patna. I'm trying to go across to Prakash. Prakash, if you can give us more details, the CBI also tightening the noose on people who were at the part of this culpability. 4 more MBBS students have been arrested.
The 4 doctors from Patna AIIMS have been arrested for turning to the question paper leak. They were said to be a part of the question paper solver gang and they were detained today morning for interrogation by the CBI officials and they were picked up from the AIIMS campus in Patna. The 4 doctors who have been identified are Karan Jain, Kumar Sanu, Rahul Anand and Chandan Singh, who were a part of the problem solvers gang. Remember, Patna becoming the epicenter of the NEET paper leak, and the paper reached out from Hazaribagh to Patna, and thereafter the syndicate was operating where initially 13 people were arrested by the Patna police and later on the CBI, as and when it took over the case, several people have been now and things are moving thick and fast with a lot of people being arrested.
All right. Thank you, Prakash, for giving us the details. I want to go back to Anurag and Mayank and NEET aspirants who continue to be with us. Anurag, I also want to come back once again to you. You told us about the details of what the NTA through the Solicitor General was stating in the courtroom. But do you now think that the Supreme Court is going to only limit this to what's been said in 2 places where wrongdoing has been found, or do you think a larger perspective overhaul will be taken?
See, when it comes about Chief Justice of India, he's an intelligent guy, so I believe in him. And the thing is, like the irregularities which we have literally found in Hazaribagh and Patna, in my personal opinion, in this world of social media where communication is so much fast, like you cannot say that the paper leak is confined to a specific place. I am not saying that it's very, very vast, but it is somehow in that level that we cannot trace it.
All right, thank you for those details, and I hope that both of you do get personally into your dream colleges, and this is something we'll continue investigating, following right here on Republic TV. Thank you for being with us. Viewers, I now want to move on to a big breaking news that's coming from Assam. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma has announced the Assam Cabinet today has decided to repeal the Assam Muslim Marriage and Divorce Registration Act and rules by the Assam repealing bill. Viewers, I want to go into details of what's happened, but first let me tell you, it's a big move being made in the state of Assam, where the Chief Minister has announced the Assam cabinet will be repealing the Assam Muslim Marriages and Divorce Registration Act and rules. We're going to try and get reactions from the BJP, the opposition, from lawyers on this. What does this really mean? It means that the Assam Chief Minister has been clear about UCC. A very important decision has therefore been taken to repeal the Muslim Marriage Act. Muslim marriages and divorces will no longer be registered under this act. All the marriages will be registered under the Special Marriage Act. Let me go across to Anirudh, who's joining us live from Guwahati. Anirudh, give us the details about when this act had been repealed. What are the implications for this? And this is a very clear message that Assam Chief Minister is going and giving and stating that it's time for UCC in India.
As per the Assam repealing bill has been approved, and the state government has decided to repeal the Assam Muslim Marriages and Divorce Registration Act of 1935 and the Assam Muslim Marriages and Divorce Registration Rules of 1935, and in accordance to this, the cabinet have today approved the Assam repealing bill of 2024 to be tabled, and this bill, the Assam repealing bill 2024, will be tabled in the next session of the Assam Legislative Assembly, which is expected to commence in the month of August. And in August, the state government has decided to repeal both the Assam Muslim Marriage and Divorce Registration Act of 1935 as well as the Assam Muslim Marriage and Divorce Registration Rules of 1935. In order to repeal both these acts and the act and the rules of 1935 pertaining to the Assam Muslim Marriage and Divorce Registration, the state government, the cabinet, has today approved the Assam repealing bill 2024, which will be tabled in the next monsoon session of the Assam Legislative Assembly. This is a big move coming in as far as the child marriage is concerned, the UCC is concerned. In fact, Assam Chief Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma has said that this move will make a bolder step towards stopping child marriages in the state of Assam. Studio.
I want more details, Anirudh, to understand for our viewers what's really happened. And viewers, I'm going to explain this in great detail. It's a very significant step that's coming in because ahead of UCC, Assam has decided to repeal Muslim marriages. What does this mean for India? It means it's time for one nation, one law. The state cabinet met late night. They approved the Assam repealing ordinance, and finally it has been repealed. The British era Marriage and Divorce Act that was specific to Muslims has been repealed now. They've decided to repeal this, and they've spoken about this. What are the reasons? Because they believe the state is heading towards UCC. They've been very clear, so it's an important decision. They will no longer be registered under the Special Marriage Act. They believe it was an obsolete pre-independence act that has lost its relevance today. They've also said it will be a big step towards child marriages being abolished in the country. Now, also when these details are coming in, we want to tell our viewers that this is one of the Himanta Biswa Sharma calling a spade, having walked the talk. Assam Chief Minister, big move, has now stated that Assam cabinet will be repealing and has repealed the Assam Muslim Marriage and Divorce Registration Act. Because this was something that was on the cards, but now that they've approved this, they've stated that this is going to happen. What is the key? This is one of the key steps. They've said that is going to stop child marriages, but this is also going to be a big step towards UCC. It's our big focus. We'll continue tracking, viewers, but we're also going to be moving across to the neutralization of Naxals that happened in the Gadchiroli encounter today. Much more on that after a short break. Stay on with us as we get you more details of the operation and how our intelligence and brave hearts ensured that the Naxals were neutralized.
The Republic Media Network is very proud to partner with Kitply, a well-known name in the Indian plywood industry, which has just launched Kitply BioBond, a product that helps you breathe better and live better.
Republican National Convention coordinator. The U.S. Secret Service, along with its federal, state, and local law enforcement and public safety partners, work together to design security plans for national special security events.
The officers observed a subject armed with a knife in each hand engaged in an altercation with another unarmed individual. The officers identified themselves as police officers and made several commands to the suspect to drop the knife. The subject refused these commands and charged at the other individual with the knives. At this time, several officers discharged their firearms, subsequently striking the suspect. This is a situation where somebody's life was in immediate danger. Again, 2 knives were recovered from this particular situation. Someone's life was in danger. These officers, who are not from this area, took upon themselves to act to save someone's life today.
Viewers, our top focus, a 6-hour-long operation in Maharashtra's Gadchiroli district bordering Chhattisgarh resulted in the death and neutralization of 12 Maoists. Several automatic weapons have been recovered in the fierce forest battle. The operation followed a reliable intelligence input that around 12 to 15 Maoists were camping in the village. For more details about the operation and how it happened and how our brave hearts won, I want to go across to my colleague Akil, who's joining us. Akil, give us details about what all has been found, but more details about how this operation had been conducted.
Well, absolutely, Rhythm. If you see what happened, that yesterday early morning around 6 a.m., that Gadchiroli SP has got some intelligence input saying that there were 15 to 16 Naxals who were in that Gadchiroli region. And after that, he planned to send the forces over there, and 200 police personnel were sent at that very point in time. And while I was speaking to the SP, he was saying that if we could have got late even by 1 hour, then we would have missed that chance. But we acted upon those input at that time itself. And when we reached at that time, it was raining. And at that time, what happened that the Naxals, the Maoists, they didn't anticipate that that the police force could come anytime soon. So what happened that they found out themselves at that point of time, and then several rounds, not only while we were speaking to the senior police official, they have said that approximately 2,000 rounds were fired in that entire incident, which took 120